Reading and writing has been a form of transportation to other dimensions for a lot of people, myself included. By putting pen to paper or by typing on a keyboard, I've been able to express myself. Sometimes writing is the only way I know how to communicate effectively. Books have been proof that there are endless opportunities and that anything can be achieved. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho has been what grounded my admiration for the literary arts. I was first introduced to it my freshman year during a big life transition, a big transition for a lot of young adults. This book has assisted me on my path of self-love. It's inspired my writing and has been the perfect wording for everything that I've believed and valued in life. My freshman year of high school was a big time for me to ask myself, what is self-love and how do I go about self-love? Because with the new school, new peers, new curriculum, it can be a lot of changes happening all at once. And that's a time when I wanted to be very independent and do things for myself, but I also wanted to have that sense of self-love for myself. Because otherwise, how was I going to get through it? So I got through my first day, but I still could not figure out how I was going to approach it. This book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, follows a journey of a young boy, a shepherd, who has a dream about a treasure that's his. And when he wakes up, he gets this motivation to go find this treasure because he believes so strongly that he is supposed to find it. So he uproots his entire life and goes on this journey to find his treasure. Along the way, he meets a lot of people, he has a lot of experiences, he learns a lot, but he still hasn't found his treasure yet. So he continues. Even though he's met all of these important people in his life now, he continues alone, on the journey by himself. After reading this book, I have determined that self-love is a process. It's about spending time with yourself. It's about getting to know yourself to the point where you know what you believe, you know what you like, you know what you want to surround yourself with. And it's not about sacrificing for another person, and it's not about making yourself miserable because of that sacrifice. It's about the little things making you happy, and about learning how to make decisions that are going to make you happy, that are for yourself, that don't involve other people, because then you might get into some tricky waters. This book has helped me get to know who I am, has helped shape my beliefs, and that natural change just occurs over time. Paulo Coelho words a lot of things in this book and brings up a lot of concepts that I've believed and thought about my entire life. A lot of things that just made me think, oh, wow, that hits home. One of those things is that everything happens for a reason, and that the universe is the higher power. My entire life, I've been a more spiritual person when it comes to higher power. So I've believed in the universe because I wasn't sure what it looked like, not sure what it is, so the universe was the way for me to describe that. And there's this silent language that he brings up in this book that is a language with no words. Instead, it is the energy between two people, as if they can somehow read each other's thoughts and know what each other is feeling. There's a quote in this book that I especially love, and it goes, "Whoever you are, or whatever it is that you do, when you really want something, it's because that desire originated in the soul of the universe." Basically, that anything is naturally attainable if you believe so strongly that you want that thing. And by the end of the book, the silent language is learned to be love. And once you feel strong love and know that that is what it is, everything all of a sudden makes sense. A lot of things that he mentioned in this book just really clicked with my thoughts growing up. Not only did he practically read my mind and help me along my self-love journey, but he kickstarted my writing aspirations. In the month that we were reading this book, my English teacher decided to give us an assignment, which was write about an author. So I chose Paulo Coelho, and I wrote about him. And I learned that he had a rough upbringing. He got into drugs, but no matter what happened, he believed in himself and he turned things around and wrote even more books. And so I decided to do a deep dive on those books. And what I've realized is that he always comes to one main conclusion, which is that to know the world, one first must know oneself. And it's because of that that I continue this journey of self-love and why he's inspired me so much. His style, his metaphors, connections, the innuendos, the fact that he writes about nature so much has been an inspiration to me in my poetry. And although he's not a poet himself, his writing is very poetic and mind-blowing, honestly. So I've started to write a lot about nature, and I've turned my problems in my life into metaphors because of him. He taught me that simple writing is just as good as flourishing language and maybe confusing language at times because it's my own writing. Paulo Coelho will always be considered in any assignments and anything that I do because he was there for me at a time when I felt alone. The literary arts have shaped who I am today. A lot of that credit goes to Paulo Coelho. He wrote about a young boy living an average Joe routine who decides to uproot his life to find a treasure that's his. And he taught me that I can find my treasure too, whatever that may be. He connects with nature, people, he learns about the universe and love. He taught me that I'm not alone in my beliefs and thoughts. My writing is great the way it is because I am authentic to who I am. And the bottom line is to know me is to know that I am a writer who loves to read. Thank you.